Do you want to know how to create effortless power with an easy golf swing? You see a lot of these golfers on TV and their swings just look so effortless and simple, and they're creating amazing power and speed and launching 300 plus drives out there without any seemingly effort at all. And when you get out of the golf course and you try and hit shots and they just don't seem to go anywhere, and you're putting a lot of force and effort into it, you just want to know how to hit easier, a lot more simple golf swings and let the golf ball go a lot further. On this next video, I'm going to show you 2 fantastic drills that you can practice at home, how you can get that effortless power and hit a lot longer golf shots. I'll see you soon. Hey, it's Troy from handicap here. This is where I show you how to make the golf game easy and play the golf shots that you want to play. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get helps me grow the channel and keep on producing videos like this so we can keep on improving and playing better golf together. So you want to know how to create effortless power with an easy golf swing. Well, what I'd like to go through first is and explain what the pros or the really good players do that make their swings look so effortless and enable them to hit the golf ball so well. And to first show you that, I'll speak about what most golfers do and the reason why, and you might be one of them, why you struggle to get this effortless power that you want. What I typically see most golfers do wrong, and this usually happens in the transition or the downswing. So what I mean by that is, if you get to the top of your golf swing like so, this first movement down, that very first movement, is where a lot of golfers get into problems. And typically what they most often do wrong, as they start down, they really rush, they really yank that grip of that golf club, really rush it down, and it gets their sequencing out of balance in their golf swing. And what that does is, when the hands come down too quickly, the rest of their body has to play catch up, and your whole timing everything is thrown out, and you lose a lot of that power, and your golf swing looks rushed and just not an easy golf swing at all. And that's typically what most golfers will do wrong. And the other thing that has an effect on is, if you move the handle too quickly, you come down very steep and you'll cut across the golf ball, hit a lot of slices and pulls, and you lose a lot of that power in the golf swing. Now, the exact opposite with the really good players, you'll see, once they get to the top, what they typically do, and this is pretty much standard across the board, the very first thing they do is they move their legs, and they get into this position here, they square up their hips, they leave the club and their arms basically alone, and they let them drop naturally, and then just slide through with the golf club like that. And it's a very smooth transition, a very smooth movement, and they're able to generate tons of speed by letting their big muscles of their legs really initiate that downswing, really squeeze them into the ground. They really push them into the ground, square up those hips. They're not really thinking about the hands and the arms and the club head. They squeeze their hips like that, and they're just generating a stack of power. And the other key thing that they are also doing is, with the club, as they're coming down, they're letting the club head release all the power right around not only where the ball is, but just past the ball there. They're really releasing all this power at the ball and beyond there. And that's just generating a stack of speed. And where most other golfers go wrong is they're generating their power out here somewhere, because they're rushing that downswing, really pulling on that handle. Their power's back here, and by the time they get to the ball, they've lost a lot of it, and results in a lot of poor golf shots from there. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of drills that you can do that will really help you how to create effortless power with an easy golf swing, so you can play much better golf. So let's get started. Okay, so drill number 1 here, which I'm going to show you. Now, this is a training aid that I've got. Now, you don't need this. And drill number 2, which I'm going to show you, make sure you stick around for that. I'm going to show you an alternative to this that works just as well. But if you've got one of these, called an orange whip trainer, and what it is it's basically a made-up golf club that's got a really heavy head on it, and it's extremely flexible. You can see here, that's very, very flexible. And I've done another video on this, which I'll pop up above, that will also show you more information on it, and I'll have a link down below as well if you're interested in that. But the idea of this is a fantastic training aid for teaching you how to make a great transition and really store up that energy so you make a nice, easy golf swing and generate more power. And the reason it works so well is because this really heavy head and really flexible shaft like this. And I'll show you what I mean. If I go to the top, now if I was to rush my downswing, if I was to yank the handle, watch what happens. You see what happens as soon as I yank that handle, the bottom end of this will go very quickly snap, and the bottom of this will hit the ground somewhere back here. And if that was a real golf swing, you'd end up with just a terrible golf shot. So this really trains you as you start the transition to really move slowly and smoothly with your lower body. Make sure your lower body screws into the ground as it gets onto that weight onto that lead side. And we're just leaving this bit alone. We're leaving our hands and our arms and that club head alone. Getting down here, and then we're releasing at the ball and beyond the ball and creating that effortless power. And this orange whip is really great for sequencing that downswing like the tour pros do to get that effortless power that we're after. So I'll do another demonstration. So as you get to the top, we're just going to go nice and slow. We're going to level up those hips and release out there. And we can just practice swings like that at home to really get a feeling the correct way of sequencing that downswing. And another great way to practice this is just get to your top position here and just practice getting the hips level while not doing anything with your hands and arms. Hips level, hips level, hips level, and eventually you can take this to the driving range, hips level, and then swing through like that. And that's a great little rehearsal swing. You could even do this as a pre-shot drill during a game of golf, just before you're about to hit. Get yourself up here, get yourself posted up, square stance, get those hips rotated to square, and then just swing through and practice getting that, and that'll really help you out with your sequencing so you can make much better timing and get that effortless power that we're after. So that is drill number 1. Let's get to the second one. Make sure you pop a comment down below if you've tried the orange whip as a training aid, or you've tried another training aid or another drill that helps you get effortless power that has really helped you out. So make sure you pop that down below and I'll reply to every comment. Okay, here's drill number 2 in creating our effortless golf swing with more power. So what I've got here is, now if you don't have an orange whip trainer, which is perfectly okay, you can do just as good a job with 2 golf clubs. And what I'm going to do is you put both of these together. Now when you do this, this creates obviously a lot of weight, which will work very effectively with training yourself to get that sequencing right, to get that effortless golf swing. So what I'm going to do, we've got both of them together. We're just going to go to the top, and exactly the same as the first drill. We're just going to get our hips and that to move first, leave our arms alone, everything's square, release. And we're just going to do a lot of rehearsals like that, training ourselves as we get to the top. Hips and that move first. Training ourselves to sequence that downswing so we're getting that effortless power. Just like with the training aid, if we try to, with the orange whip training aid, if we try to yank this handle down with these 2 clubs, look what happens. You're just going to bottom out somewhere there. So it's really important you start that downswing with your hips first. Absolutely critical. Probably heard the phrase in golf, using the ground for power. This is exactly why. As we get to the top, get those hips to move first, leave the hands and the arms alone, let them drop, and then we swing through from there. And that's a really effective drill you can practice at home for getting that effortless power, and that will train you how to sequence that downswing properly and really help you out with your golf game. So that's drill number 2. So now you know how to create effortless power with an easy golf swing. Hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you put a comment down below, and remember to like this video and remember to subscribe to the channel. Now below this video I have a link to my free video which is for 3 secret moves. Make sure you subscribe to that. There'll also be a link to some further golf instruction. Make sure you check that out. Now that we've got our sequencing right in our downswing, you need to get your impact position right and your follow through. So I'll have some videos up above. Make sure you check those out. Very important. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.